That's right.
Are we here?
Oh, y'all already know what it is.
The best show for Chicago sports.
We got football tonight, baby.
Oh, thank God.
We got Bears football tonight.
Today is the day.
I'm excited. I'm tingly.
Let's go.
I'm a little bit giddy. And we had to still get a show in for y'all. I know we wasn't here for the morning breeze this morning. Had to handle some family business.
Yeah, all right. Family business is family business.
And in doing business, you have to have honor and integrity. I said honor and integrity.
All right, Reverend Pat. Jesus.
This is Washington. You know, yeah. Come on, Doc. Come on. You remember that?
I don't know. What movie was that?
I'm disappointed in you, JC. Hey, we are get into today's episode. We got to talk about some of these Bears defensive call-ups, how they're going to try to help themselves tonight with some of the defensive injuries. Little new stadium, who this as well.
Oh.
We got a call down from the big boss that focused on Arlington and, of course, previewing the game. Ladies and gentlemen, the date is 9/8/2025. It's 4:30 in the afternoon. And we are just 3 hours away from Chicago Bears kickoff. Let's go!
I can smell it.
Oh, I need bear downs in the chat. I need FGBs in the chat. I need an FMN. FDT. Yeah, DT kind of got F'd on their own, honestly. DT kind of. Oh, there was some. Weren't worried about Michael Parsons, were you?
Yeah.
I'm nervous.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Oh man, appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love as always. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do.
Come on. Push the button. Come on. Push the button. Come on, push the button.
Yeah, come on, push your button.
You heard what she said.
Y'all heard what Sue Young said. I like KO Sports. It's FGB, FMP, FJL. It's just Michael Parsons, Jordan Love, and the Packers. He ain't worried about nobody else.
All right. I like it.
Oh, man, listen, we got football today, and we do got a little bit of news here. The Chicago Bears have called up 2 players from the practice squad to add to today's team. One player that I was a little surprised ended up on the practice squad, and Tano Passanio on that defensive line. He's been called up, and the Bears also elevated linebacker Carl Jones. Remember, I would say that this probably speaks to a guarantee that you are not going to have TJ Edwards, unfortunately, here in week 1, which could be a serious loss. We'll talk about that as well. But I thought it was very telling, and Courtney tweeted this out earlier, said no DB elevations, so could mean good news for Jalen Johnson and Kyler Gordon, who were both questionable. It's the first thing that I thought. You're not getting DBs elevated to the active roster. Probably means you expect to have enough DBs on the field, which I don't think would be the case with Tyreek Stevenson, with Nashawn Wright, and I that would be it, honestly. I don't think there's anybody left. Like, I mean, of course, there's other guys on the depth chart, but like that would kind of be it there. So with some of these defensive call-ups, you know you're going to have the concern, JC, the big spot that I'm going to be watching here, because I remember Ruben Hippolyte told us this when we interviewed him on the Chicago Bears podcast. He's a massive believer in himself, and which you have to be to make it to the NFL, right? But I asked him, you know, how do you feel you fit in with what TJ Edwards and Tremaine Edmonds want to do? And he said, the real question for me is always, how do they fit in with me?
Look,
Listen, I like it. I like it. But you're going to get your opportunity to show that here in week 1. What are you expecting to see out of a Ruben Hippolyte tonight? And remember, it could be Noah Sewell as well.
It could be Noah. Yeah. Both those guys have been doing pretty good ramping up to week 1. But, I mean, look, I love the inner confidence, the self-confidence, whatever you want to call it, the cockiness. But we've seen that before from players and rookies that have come on the scene with the Bears, unfortunately, and have completely just fizzed out. We heard Karan Amageji say, hey, nobody's touching my quarterback. Not while I'm out there. Never, ever, ever. First play. Whoa!
My room!
and Braxton got the
My voice
same
cracked a little
music.
bit on there. The vocals wasn't ready. That was bad. That was
I did hear a little bit.
my room. There we go. There we go. There we go.
It is. That's the cronies of that. No, but it's like, okay, I understand that on one point. Of course, you want to have confidence in yourself, but go out there and show it. And I do believe that Ruben Hippolyte has had a good preseason, a good camp. And so I want him to utilize his strengths. We know that he is someone who is very, very quick. For a linebacker, he has top-notch speed. And so, you know, if you're attacking the quarterback, try to get in those seams, get in those holes, and try to get you a sack or two, you know, disrupt the pass, you know, pass breakups. That's where we want to see you, you know, follow the running back around. Make sure you keep up on the running back's heels, you know. So if he can do that, then I'm fine with the Ruben Hippolyte, you know, going out and showing out. Outside of that, I was a little concerned because I saw your video earlier about Kyler Gordon.
Yeah.
And that did kind of worry me, but I guess what you're saying, because I had no idea about the update until now, that I guess Jalen and Kyler seem to be okay to be going out there. So that's really great news, because we talked about the guys on the other side in JJ, you know, being one of the best, if not the best receivers in the NFL. And then also you got Thielen coming back. We know we don't have to worry about Jordan Addison, but Thielen's coming back. He's kind of battling against Father Time, and he's still winning. And so we'll see about those matchups. Outside of that, I'm not really worried. I know TJ Edwards is a blow, because he's your probably your best tackler on the team, especially from the linebacking core. But this gives you a chance to also see what Edmonds can do. He's been needing to step up his game forever. And so maybe he takes more of a leadership role and does his part coming into week one, and does something that stands out where he can disrupt the game flow of a JJ McCarthy.
No, listen, we'll see. We'll see. I think that's going to be the big thing about getting a JJ, and hopefully we see some of that out of Noah Sewell, out of Ruben Hippolyte today. By the way, we are over 100 over 200.
Yeah.
You have to know the salsa looks weird. You have to know that the salsa looks weird.
Hey, man, I'm committed.
I see this. I see you're not going back.
I'm sorry.
Hey, your girl told you about them pumps. Said stop giving them out.
All right.
Listen, I think that the injury concerns of the Bears are valid right now, especially with the team you're going up against. You know, like, JJ McCarthy is a important piece. I'm not going to say that he's not, but there's a lot of good pieces. That defensive line is terrifying. I've said I think that this is one of the best roster constructions that is in the NFL right now. And if JJ McCarthy is just competent, it's going to be a dangerous team. Now, they are dealing with some injury issues themselves. Justin Jefferson seems like he is a full go. We got word, was that late yesterday, that Harrison Smith dealing with some kind of, they keep listing it as personal illness. I don't know what that means. I don't know what personal illness means. Like, is it just a little bit of the vid? Little, I don't even know. Like, the vid would just be an illness. Like, they keep listing as personal illness. Like, maybe there's something else going on we don't know. But
something Ole Harrison can get. Like,
you know what I mean? Maybe there's a little warm down there. But Harrison Smith has been downgraded to out. He did not travel with the team. Okay. So it's going to be interesting to see kind of how that affects that Vikings defense. But overall, when you look at that final injury report, Xavier Scott and Elijah Wilson out. Doubtful, and now out is Harrison Smith. Christian Darrisaw, last we heard, was questionable. So if you got Darrisaw, you got Kinlaw, you've got all these dogs on that line that are going to be problems. Grenard, I mean, like Jonathan Allen is now one there from the Washington Commanders last season. Like, you've got a problem in front of you. You're going to get to see right away, okay, is this revamped offensive line ready to go? And are the Bears going to be healthy enough to go out here defensively and slow down what the Vikings want to do on the offensive end, which I would assume in game one with a rookie quarterback is going to be a lot of running the football with Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason. So we'll see how that plays out there. Something else to take a look at in the grand scheme of this is, this actually just popped up on Twitter here. I was going a different direction here. Cassie does have a video right now of linebacker TJ Edwards out early stretching. He's listed as doubtful for the game with a hamstring injury. So maybe we could see a little TJ
Well, like in spots, kind of like how Micah was used. Like,
maybe we'll see. You know what I
20%
mean?
of
I don't know what. I
2 days,
listen. Soft tissue injury, you got to be very careful with. I've said this a million times. I think they need to be careful with Jalen Johnson. I think you need to be careful with Kyler Gordon because you don't want the first game of the season to be the one that takes you out in the long run in this season because now you've got bodies all over the place that can't get themselves to the game in week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5. So just be careful with that. And slow play, especially things like hamstrings. But remember, I'll say this, JC. This is exactly what J-Mac talked about when Lovie Smith took over the Chicago Bears from Dick Duran. This is exactly what J-Mac talked about. He said there was a ton of backs, there was a ton of hamstrings, there was a ton of groin injuries. Why? Because you weren't used to working that way. You weren't used to working that hard, playing that hard. And it's not to say that you weren't doing all you could to have yourself prepared for the game, but what the new coaching staff is asking of you is a little bit more. And so we're seeing a lot of soft tissue injuries happen. That, as it's a bad sign that they're hurt, but it's a good sign that maybe you've got the right guy in my mind.
My question is, at what point does those injuries kind of fall off and tail off because now the body and the athletes are getting used to the level of training, the level of work ethic, and what you're putting into every practice? Because I would have assumed that, okay, now we've gone into this thing for about a month or so. Ben Johnson's his attitude and the level, the standard that he's put out there, along with the other parts of the coaching staff. They're grilling you, and so I would have thought that would have already kind of been something that you kind of look past these lingering issues. But again, you can't really put a time frame on how the body reacts, I guess, to certain things. Hopefully, what I will say is that this helps us in the long run. Like you said, we do want to monitor those guys with the hamstrings and the certain little tissue injuries. But if they can get past that in these next couple of weeks, does that mean that they're going to be sustainable for the long haul, the long run? And that, once you ramp up, obviously the body starts getting used to the game and the speed and the I guess the pressure or the fight in the game. And so I don't know how to answer that question. I lean on you and your expertise coming from J-Mac on, like, does it get any better when you do practice that hard?
Well, it gets better in the long run. But year one, remember, year one of the Bears, they went 5-12. Now the next year they went, what is it, 5? No, they went 5-11. The next year, they went 11-5. But it was a lot of that. You were going through injuries. You had guys banged up. Brian Urlacher has a hammy. Olin has a hammy. Like, there was a lot of that happening in that first year. So we'll see kind of how this ends up progressing. Hit that like button if you have not done so. Subscribe to the page. Leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. We are, by the way, over 300 in the chat. 300. Looking ahead here at something that is future now. We did get a little update on this, J-Mac, and I think looking at some of the videos I'm seeing on the timeline, it's time. It is time to say goodbye in 2031, which apparently is the plan, to Soldier Field. And Soldier Field and the Parks District and all that is sending the Bears off with a mighty FU tonight, because what I'm seeing is that the field looks horrible because they've had 10 concerts in the last 5 weekends.
That's nice.
That they are trying to put down sand and new turf or new sod to basically try and make this thing fixable tonight. And I'm looking at a video right now of JJ McCarthy, again from Cassie Carlson. Tap into her at Cassie Carlson TV on Twitter. And it literally looks like JJ McCarthy is like stepping on the field to try and test it out, to see if pieces are coming up as he's going through his stuff. Yeah, Soldier Field looks atrocious today, and it looks like an absolute joke. From the pictures I've seen, you could see the seams in the field. Hold on, we got let's see if I can get a
you gotta be kidding me.
It looks horrible.
They did this on purpose.
You would think? 10 concerts in 5 weekends. You don't give a rat's. You know what about the Bears?
Who was it for a concert? I can't remember. Was it? Oh no, that was at Wrigley.
Let me
I was
see
thinking about
here.
Chris Brown.
Oh, you went to Chris Brown? Oh, look
No,
at
I
you.
didn't-
Were
I
you
didn't-
out there
I didn't
singing
go
the
to Chris
songs
Brown.
too?
I didn't.
Oh, you're adorable, aren't you?
I didn't do it.
Take a look at this right here. I mean, look at the seams in that thing. They're trying to push down the grass. So for Monday Night Football, ladies and gentlemen, that is Soldier Field tonight. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. I'm praying for Bears players tonight. Like I get Viking players too. I don't want to see anybody get hurt, but especially the Bears players. A little extra prayers there.
Does this give us an edge?
No, this has me in fear of our team getting hurt on the field. I mean, it looks horrible. And with all that being said, Kevin Warren today announced future stadium plans here. Talking about in a letter to Bears fans, he talked about, of course, the economics of it and the boost that's going to happen around Arlington Heights. Talked about the new stadium plan. It's going to have a fixed roof. It's going to have mixed use development as well. He's now beating his chest that there's going to be zero state money for construction now. That was his plan all along. And listen, he's saying that we're not leaving Chicago, but that we're expanding Chicago. It's okay. After seeing, if you're a Bears fan, you're like, football should be played outside and downtown. After seeing that, please leave Chicago. Like I'm always the fan. It's like I like the nostalgia. I like the outside. I like the cold weather games, even though it hasn't helped us. That's crazy. That was diabolical. Somebody said it looked like some ripped jeans out there, bro. Connor Mitz said the field looked like ripped jeans.
It does look like the ripped denim. Yeah, absolutely.
We got some distressed denim out here. Like,
we got distressed field. Yeah. That boy, we better pray for the night because we need a good start. But no, I'm with you on the update as far as the stadium. I did see that and saying that he doesn't want any money from the what is it from. He talked about season ticket holders.
From the state.
From the state. But the whole idea of this is not just about the state of or Chicago stadium. This is all of Illinois. This is the world. the stadium. I was kind of cracking up at that. Like, okay, I get it. We're moving to another place. Like it's obvious now. But I'm just glad that they've picked the direction they're going in it. Because I believe he said they want a Super Bowl represented by 2031, and so they gotta get shovels in the ground.
You would assume that means. I mean, these stadiums. Oh God, they're coming for you, JC. It's because of the salsa.
It's
because of the salsa. Yeah. It's because of the salsa. You stopped pumping and the police pulled up.
I apologize.
But no, to me, it is. The stadium situation, being there by 2031, hoping to host a Super Bowl, that means that you're talking about probably having this thing done. I mean, we're in 25 right now, coming to the end of 25. We still don't have shovels in the ground. I would assume minimum 3 years.
I was going to say 29.
So you're probably, I would assume shovels in the ground into this year. You're probably talking about 2029 as your target year, maybe 2030. And would love to see, first home game in Soldier Field by 2030, 2031, right in that area. But it's it's sad to see him go. But like when I see stuff like that, I'm just like, please go. Like for the safety of our team and our players, please get out of here. Right? Yeah. Roddy B with the center, he said Soldier Field is terrible, but I'm gonna miss it when it's gone. I went to the Bills preseason game. The stadium is still beautiful. That being said, I'm ready for the dome. I only want out in the cold I only want to go out in the cold for cheeks only. Okay, all right, Roddy B.
For cheeks,
for cheeks only, my guy.
All right.
He said, I'm not here for it.
No, you need. I think it's time to move forward. Yeah, the nostalgia of having it on the lake. I mean, you kind of when it's gone. I know that there will be some feelings of, oh man, I kind of miss it. But I'm pretty sure everybody will be just fine once you see how beautiful the stadium will come together. Of course, it being indoors, having that controlled heating, controlled weather. It won't be any crazy kicks from Cairo Santos. We don't have to worry about anything going.
Bro, we could just go get a kicker. We don't have to like try and supplement a kicker. Sort through one of the 400 in the country.
I forgot about that.
Out of all the people, that can actually kick in Soldier Field.
It was a tryouts for kicks, and they had like helicopters over the stadium. Oh my God!
We've had some rough moments, but hey, man, appreciate y'all for tuning in to Show and Love. Oh, JC, we do have over 400.
Oh, we got more again.
400. Peter says, so this is why we're redoing the highways, all the ramps on I-53 causing all this traffic. Yeah, no, we knew. I drove through Arlington maybe a month ago, and I realized everything was shut down. I was like, yeah, it's coming. Like, this is before they had announced anything and said, we're going there. Like, no, it's coming. Here we go.
Yeah.
But no, man, appreciate y'all for showing love. Let's finish it out with this, Jordan JC. Final Monday Night Football preview.
Oh, baby.
Bears taking on the Vikings. We've kind of talked about some of the injury issues, but what is your expectation for tonight?
I mean, with the home crowd advantage, I expect the Bears to pull out a win. I feel like it's still going to be a challenge. You mentioned the line of the Vikings. That's nothing to sneeze at or to overlook. Greenard, Jonathan Allen, Dallas Turner. Like, there's some names on that line that you have to be worried about. And that's why, again, I'm confident that with the upgraded line that we have on the other side, offensive line, that we for the most part will be just fine with the scheme and I would assume the way Ben Johnson's going to deploy Caleb Williams and trying to get the ball out quick, that's going to be to his advantage with probably some of the way that the Vikings are going to be rushing and blitzing. I expect a lot of blitzes from the defensive coordinator. I expect that a lot. So he's going to have to figure out a way to get that ball out quick, early and often, and just dissect the defense. Be smart about your passes. Be smart about holding onto the ball. Be smart about when you want to do the superhero play, get out of dodge or stay in the pocket and just stay there. I remember in the preseason, there was one time when Caleb ran into, I can't remember who it was. He ran into an actual sack when he could have just stayed in the pocket. So sometimes, when you're trying to manipulate from the pocket, you go one way and you're overthinking and you run right into a defender. And so I need Caleb to just relax, stay calm, do what he's supposed to do, get the ball to his players, his stars, and let them ball out.
And that's what I love. When Ben Johnson was asked point blank, what does he want to see from Caleb Williams? He said, a win. Find a way to win. And I love that. That was my number one thing because everybody talks about, Caleb Williams looked terrible in that Kansas City game versus the starters. He's not going to be ready, yada, yada. And then we watched Ben Johnson switch his play calling, march down the field versus the starters with DeAndre Swift running the football, doing what worked, and put you in a position to score a touchdown. They end up kicking a field goal. I'll be honest with you. My dad about to be mad tonight. Shout out to Pops. Because he's a big, just take the points. You don't sit there and kick field goal, or you don't go for it on fourth down. You don't go for it on 2, even though the analytics say you do. He's like, you end up losing games that way. He about to be mad because they never would have gone for, or never would have kicked that field goal in that situation. You're going for it on fourth down tonight. And in that situation, right, you ran the ball down their throats. You threw a couple of passes. You tried to make a couple of passes, and it didn't end up working out for you. I would have assumed you'd gone for it on fourth down. And in those situations as well, don't be surprised if you do see Caleb Williams use his legs to get into the end zone on plays like that. Because at the end of the day, doesn't matter if you throw them or if you pass for them. If you score more touchdowns than the other team, you win the game, and that is what's important in the long run. So hopefully we see that be the big thing for the offense tonight. Just make the simple plays. That's all I want to see from Caleb Williams. If you get the ball into Rome's hands, you get the ball into DJ's hands. Ben Johnson has had great success versus Brian Flores. If you get the ball in your playmaker's hands who will end up being open and you're on time, you're going to have a good day. It doesn't have to be flashy. It doesn't have to be sexy. You don't got to be out there like Michael Vick. I would rather see you go out there and be Brock Purdy on most of the plays, and then when we need you to go out there and be Michael Vick, in those times, you're Michael Vick. I don't want you to be Michael Vick every play. You want to know why? Because Michael Vick was running every play. Wasn't because that O-line was elite in front of him.
Yeah.
You went out, you invested in this O-line, you invested in this receivers, you invested in this head coach. Just be simple. Understand what Ben Johnson is trying to get you to do. And if you make the simple play enough times, you get down the field and you put yourself into scoring range. So we'll see what ends up happening there offensively. Defensively, a little bit concerned. Like I said, you've got some problems on that defensive end, and they got a really nice offensive line on the other side.
I will say this. On our side, I think I have confidence that we'll match that intensity. I talked about that's what I want to see the most coming into this game is what level of intensity is Dennis Allen going to deploy. We know that he also is very good at blitz schemes as well. And so, it could be a matchup of the two defensive coordinators trying to, outdo each other on defense with this game plan. Do we pressure J.J. McCarthy to try and help him or try to make him prove how good he can be? You got JJ out there and you want to just throw it up to him. I know that's the answer half the time, but how much pressure will we put on JJ McCarthy to be accurate, to be on time, to be getting the ball out quick, because he's scrambling and scraping and trying to fight for his life to stay up instead of be getting sacked. And so I need to see the pressure from the interior. I need to see 100% or 40% of Grady Jarrett. I want to see that Deo and Dio, whichever one shows up. I want him to get
I want
to the
Dale. Who said that the other day? It was like he done been downhill ever since we started calling him Dio.
Yeah, we need to say Dale.
I want Dale back.
Daylight
come and me wanna go. Oh, Dale.
You added some more. Okay. Yeah, but we
miss that. All right, I'm doing too much. Let me get about here. Let me bow out on it.
But that's what I want to see. I want to see the defense just be very aggressive and intense from the start.
Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. Let us know you guys' predictions down in the comments below before we get out of here. Over 500. 550 in the building. 97 likes on the video. Let's get it up over 500 likes in this mug. Hit that hype button, man. Appreciate you guys for tuning in and showing love. The boys will be live tonight for the watch party, so tap in with them tonight. It's going to be a big night. It's going to be a lot of fun. There will be no Monopoly.
Jesus.
No Monopoly, you boys. No Monopoly.
I got nothing to say about that.
Down.
No problems here. Jesus.
But we will still be live for the game. I will not be on the live stream. I will be down at Fox watching the game because, like I said, new job, new post game show. Maybe I hit a little sauce on that. New post game show. Very excited. Going to be working with Jim Miller and Tina Wynn on that after the game. So tune in with us on Fox 32 YouTube, Fox Chicago YouTube, and on the Fox Chicago website. Also, we'll still be live for the post game. I'm not leaving ESPN, baby. I'm not leaving. We're going to be over there live for the post game as well. Me, Jeff Mellor, Jason McKee, all that and more. So we got a ton of Bears content coming. You guys win. I saw somebody say, I hope that Pat is not getting so much work that he leaves the breeze behind. Never. We got to make adjustments, but that's why we got a team. That's why we have a Jordan JC who can go out there. You can't be mad on the stream, Jordan, if we losing, bro. You got to talk.
I can't be better at that. Bro,
hey, Jordan be mad. Jordan be sitting there for an hour. They ain't said a word, just staring at the screen for an hour.
I will get better with that. I'm sorry, guys. I turned into too much of a fan. Right, just breathe. We'll get better with that. It starts to
you better. We got to get the birds in the building. P Kids, y'all know he gonna be on 10. Drew and of course super producer Joel Holt will all be in the building. Hey man, appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love as always. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. For Jordan JC, it's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Bed down. One love. Peace.
Oh, boy.
3 hours.
Oh.
The best show for Chicago.
That tingly could be diabetes, my guy.
Don't you do that. Hey, I just came up with a nice brisk walk.
Oh.
I'm losing weight.
A brisk walk for you isn't drinking a brisk tea while walking around the house, is it?
You got me.
I got jokes. I could go for a Briss tea. You know what? Briss tea
That
don't
boy
even be
actually
good
was
though. That
real
must be
good.
too sweet now. When I
It
drink,
don't be good.
that Briss tea be too sweet now. I be trying to drink the Briss
You gotta add
tea.
it with ice. You gotta put ice in that boy. That's why it's perfect.
Every time you gotta, it's too much. I ain't 10 no more, bro.